All right, I'm going to talk about some MWA news coming up here in 2021. Hopefully it's a much better year. Hopefully everyone's doing okay. Everyone's safe out there. Uh, Please do everything you can to stay safe. Use your best judgment. I'm not going to, I'll tell, you can wear masks. Hopefully that works. I'm not going to tell everyone out there what to do. That's not the point of this right now. We just want everyone to be healthy and safe, and let's have a good 2021. We're going to start off, hopefully, we're going to start the year off in April. Right now, tentatively, we've got shows scheduled the 9th of April in McCook, Nebraska, the 10th of April in Holdridge, Nebraska, the 23rd of April in Lincoln, Nebraska, and the 24th. I will get to that probably in another podcast, or you'll see it posted in a couple weeks. We're kind of working on what that is right now. We are hoping we can start up in April. Part of that is going to go to what the health directors in each place say we can do. Part of the reason we haven't been putting on events is safety of everyone, for one, and two, there's some health issues in my family that that COVID would not do very well to them, and I have to be very cautious of that to not make sure I give it to people that are close to me that have those health issues. So that's one of the reasons I've been wrestling lately. The MWA hasn't been wrestling lately. I got to be very cautious with that. So some people know the story, some people don't. If you know it, you know what's going on. The plan is if those get canceled, or they won't get canceled, they'll just get pushed back. We've already got tentative dates for the end of May and beginning of June set up for those. What we're hoping for is they tell us we can get the go-ahead to go from McCook, Holdridge, and Lincoln needs to be more than allowing just 25% of people into the venue. At 25% in the venue in Lincoln, we just can't even break even. So there's no point in trying something if we can't even try to break even. The only venue that we really have that we'd be okay with would probably be McCook, but then that really gets us into some issues with having enough staff and enough help also that we could spread everyone out where we would need to spread everyone out to have enough room for the normal crowd that we get there. So that's kind of what we're dealing with right now on some of our venues. We're just, hopefully we get the go ahead. Hopefully the vaccine rollout gets going, and most people, and it looks like, especially for you in Southwest Nebraska, looks like it's going pretty well so far from everything I've read. Looks like everyone might be vaccinated, at least have their first vaccinations out in Southwest Nebraska. Hopefully by, it looks like beginning of April is what it looks like they're shooting for. So, and if Joe Biden does what he says and gets this thing ramped up even more, helps out the states even more, this could go even faster, and then we'll be on the fast track back to events. So we've also been working, we haven't just been sitting around, we've been working on events coming up. We're still working on fairs. They're still waiting to get the go-ahead. But we do have some tentative fairs that are ready to go with us as long as they're able to have their fairs this year. So right now we're also working on, we've got shows lined up. It's just a matter of when we can do them, and it's safe and everyone feels safe and our crowd can come back safely. We have a lot of older people that come to our events. We have a lot of families, a lot of kids that come to our events. So we have to be wary of everyone, not just the wrestlers themselves. We don't want to be spreading anything, and that's our main concern. We want to make sure that everyone comes back. They can come back the way we want them to come back, and they're supposed to come back. At our last event, we kind of spaced people out in Beatrice, which was possible, big enough auditorium. But it did hurt our attendance. We only had just over 100 people there, which we normally get more than that, but it allowed us to space everyone out. So Beatrice is definitely, we are coming back there. We've already had talks with a couple of places there. So we will be back in Beatrice. We may be there in April or May. The tentative plan is Lincoln 1 month, Beatrice another month. We've been working on events coming to Columbus again, Norfolk, back to Kearney, Hastings, and possibly going back to Aurora. I don't know. We're actually trying to find a place in Grand Island. Grand Island, kind of tough, as anyone will tell you. Grand Island, finding a venue that's reasonable is tough, but we'd love to go back there. In Iowa, we're working with LM Fight Promotions there, Levi McDaniel. We're going to be doing some stuff with him for the foreseeable future, working with LM Fight Promotions, doing a bunch of different events and different shows. They're lining up stuff right now, but they're also trying to follow proper safety protocols just like we are. Everyone's trying to be smart about this. So, but we will be back. I can tell you, we will be in Greenfield, Iowa, for sure for an event this summer. Like I said, once it's possible to be able to spread everyone out. We're looking at other places in Iowa that are wanting us to come in and do some shows. We will probably try to be back in Red Oak. We're working on coming back to Shenandoah. We will be in Glenwood, Iowa. Those are already official. We just got to set the dates for them. That's the main thing. We're looking at coming back to Sioux City for an event. So we are working on quite a bit of stuff for there. Illinois, we will be back in Illinois. We'll do a show in St. Charles once it's possible again. We are looking at shows in Algonquin, Illinois, and a few other venues in Illinois. So hopefully that comes about. Wisconsin, we're looking at going back to Janesville one more time, and Delavan, maybe a couple of times to Janesville and Delavan. But we'll definitely be back there. We've already been talks with both of those places. Minnesota, we are looking to come into Minnesota. We've got some tentative fair dates there. If the fair dates happen, we will do some other towns on our way through the fair. So that ought to be fun. South Dakota, we're looking at heading back to South Dakota again. We're working on that. If anybody wants to help us out in South Dakota, we've kind of got people in place for Illinois, Iowa, Nebraska, and Wisconsin. So if anybody out there that's listening to this or hear this or wants to work with us in South Dakota, kind of help put together shows, find some sponsors, that would be great. We're not trying to step on anyone's toes up in South Dakota. So I know Nick Dinsmore runs a promotion up there. We're not looking to step on anybody's toes. We've got some feelers out there. There are some places that want us to come up there. A couple of places we've been to we might come back to. And if we can work with Nick and his group, that would be great. If not, we'll just we'll do what we normally do. But we're not looking to step on anyone's toes. We're not looking to run into Sioux Falls and do shows where he's doing events. That's not what we're looking to do. We're looking just to hit a few places we used to work in South Dakota quite a bit. So in Kansas, we're going to continue to look at working and doing shows in Topeka with Mike Ortega. Eric Woodard will also be helping out, finding some events. We're looking at a few other places in Kansas. Again, not looking to step on anybody's toes anywhere. We're looking to work with a few promotions possibly. If they want to work some stuff out, that'd be great. Couple shows that we were looking at that we've got offers to come out to do in Western Kansas. Also Topeka, we're also looking back into doing Lawrence again and Ottawa. Two places we've had success at before. Just some of it comes down to a time crunch of being able to do all these events. So, and then Nebraska, we're looking at a few more places in Nebraska. Like I said, northeast Nebraska with Norfolk and Columbus, we are coming back. Columbus, we know that we'll be back there. Norfolk, we're working. We should be back there. We're working on a date, working with some people up there that will work. Like I said, it all comes back to when we're allowed to go in. This summer is going to be very, very busy. I can definitely tell you, we are going to do a Great American Bash type tour. It is partially set up already. Part of it depends on fair dates where they land. We will be doing shows right now. If the fair dates are allowed to happen, and a couple of as long as COVID is under control, we have already got 1 week completely scheduled from a Wednesday through Sunday. The following week, we've already started with a Wednesday again. We're also looking to program in some Monday and Tuesday shows. On those weeks, there's going to be some days where we're doing 2 shows in a day at some venues and be doing 2 shows in a day in different towns. We've got a lot of guys out there working with us. We got Hub in Nebraska that's really helping out. So we're going to take on, once we're able to do that, we're going to take on a huge schedule this summer, 2021. We have all plans being back at the Italian festivals again this year in Chicago. So those are going to be fun. Those are going to be great. We've also got some other festivals in and around the Chicagoland area that we are working on right now. It all depends, like I said, getting COVID out of the way, getting past it, getting people vaccinated, and places opening up and letting us in to where the festivals can happen, the fairs can happen. Those are a big thing that we're going to be doing this year. So I just want to give you some updates on what's going on. Let's just say, like I said, hopefully April. I'll know more by the end of the month. I'll talk to their health directors from McCook and Holdridge. We work hand in hand with them, just like we did with Beatrice last year. And we work hand in hand with all the health directors in places that we are going to be running, and say hopefully April, May, and June, in case we haven't got this beat enough and people aren't vaccinated enough yet. But we plan to be back out by this, especially the July and August are going to be extremely busy. I guess we are going to, once again, we are going to be Kansas, Nebraska, South Dakota, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Illinois. We're working on some stuff for possibly Indiana again. And possibly a couple shows in Wyoming. We are working on those. Those are, like I said, some of the stuff is hard to work out right now just because of COVID. People can't give specific dates because they don't know what's going on and they don't know what the mandates will be. But we're getting closer and closer. I'm in contact with lots of people across the Midwest to see when we get these shows going. And once we can, we will keep you updated. So follow all our pages. We got the MWA Lincoln page, MWA Pro Wrestling page. We got the MWA Kearney page. There's a few other pages we got there. So just follow them, and you can follow me. You can follow me here, or I'll be on, you can follow the MWA on Twitter. They're at MWA Pro on Twitter. I'm at Real Brian Blade on Twitter. You can follow me there. Follow me on Facebook. We'll get all your updates. And just please, everyone, be safe, be smart, and respect people. Everyone's got a different story. Everyone's got a different issue. Not everything is black and white. Just because you feel one way doesn't mean somebody else does. So let's be nice to everyone. Everyone's got their own reasons for doing things and own issues they got to deal with. So we'll see you here soon, hopefully in the next few months. I'll be doing this again here probably in a couple weeks just to keep you guys updated. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Have a good day, everyone.